Okay, ready?
Hey, you go first.
Alright, on the count of 3.
1, 2, 3.
I be flossing. I be flossing. I be flossing.
Are you flossing times 7?
I be flossing. I be flossing, but every time it says I be flossing, it gets faster. I be flossing. I be flossing. I be flossing. I be flossing. I be flossing.
God, dude, your voice.
It's like it's all high pitched.
It's so high pitched it hurts. It's making my ears like bleed.
Chipmunk flossing. I be flossing.
Chipmunkify a song.
I read somewhere that someone said all nightcore is just Chipmunk's version. So any nightcore anime song you listen to is a Chipmunk.
The Chipmunk version.
Ain't the wasted thing to a Jaeger. You're listening to a broken man right now.
Broken man.
We're recording, right?
Yeah, it's recording.
Okay. I'm Jeremy, host. My co-host Jonathan.
I am the host Jonathan with my co-host Jeremy.
It's nice to meet you, co-host Jonathan.
Co-host Jeremy? Yeah, keep it up.
You know what? We'll both be co-hosts. How does that sound?
Alright. I'm more of a co-host than you, though. Like, I don't know.
I think you mean... I'll let you figure it.
What are you trying to say, eh? Come on.
I don't know what you're trying to talk about.
I don't know what you're trying to talk about.
No. Anyways, last week you want to talk about memes, right? Or
Did
the
I?
last time we were on the podcast.
Dude, that was like
Last
a month
time
ago.
you were on the podcast, I should say. I've been consistently on the podcast.
Oh.
When we have our 1 year anniversary of our podcast,
You have been on more podcasts than I have been on.
That's true, yeah.
So maybe you should be the...
Yeah, exactly. So when we have our 1 year anniversary, I'm gonna have a cake all to myself. I've been on the podcast for 1 year. Such a shame, Jonathan. You missed 1 day.
And then a week later, I get my year anniversary.
Yeah, but yeah, I just had it for a year. I mean, have it for a year and 1 day.
So you outrank me.
Sure, I do. Wonder if the mic can pick up.
Nah, we're good.
Because I can hear it from pissing me off.
Good old leaky faucet. We have a faucet in our apartment.
Leafy faucet.
We have a leafy is here faucet.
Leafy what?
And then, just like...
Literally leaky. Literally. Anyways, I wanted to talk about... memes. Memes are an interesting thing.
They are.
They have evolved from top and bottom text to top and bottom text.
To top and bottom text. How
the
far
point-
we've come.
To the point where top and bottom text is a meme itself.
I feel like you have like memes now where like you just show the image and people will laugh. Like you need zero text whatsoever. You just have to walk up like, hey, look at this.
Look at this. That's funny, dude. It's fucking great.
I saw this fucking video. It was recommended to me. It was like VeggieTales predicted meme humor.
Yeah, I saw it too. It recommended it too. It's like, what? Doesn't make any sense. What happened to? It's funny cause it's true.
And
So
like
right.
the robots in there are like, what is 2 plus 2? I don't know. What is 2 plus 2?
Waffle.
Is that weed eater?
It's weed eater.
Listen,
Weed
I
eater.
unironically laughed.
Weed eater.
I don't know what it was, dude. All that was clipping.
It's just great.
I don't know what it was. It was funny though.
Weed eater.
It's weed eater.
That's
I
pretty
don't
funny.
say.
That being said, weed eaters suck. I fucking hate weed eaters. If any of you listen to this podcast have ever used a weed eater, it sucks.
Why don't you like wrap it around your dick and turn?
Dude, my dick can hold it. Problem is, I gotta stay erect for that for like 2 hours. Well, I mean,
Viagra.
I don't think that would be that much of a problem. Because, yeah, Viagra.
Viagra.
How about sheer will to keep going?
Well, you gotta do like a training montage in your dick.
Yeah, like it'll be like training montage and me like chopping dick. It's like that one guy who would chop watermelons and shit. You ever heard of that guy?
No.
Or this other guy who's like a supposed like fastest like chopper, what the fuck they're called?
That's Fruit Ninja in the App Store.
Best world record was 5 million.
Anyways, go back to memes.
Anyways, memes. Memes are a peculiar thing, and I think now it's gotten to the point where like memes are starting to get recycled. Isn't that interesting?
Well, like you have like the like reaction memes, like the I don't know what you'd call them, like the tiered memes, where it's like the brain explosion.
Yeah.
You have like fuckloads of those.
There's like so many different versions of it, but like all of them. Well, no, they're all the same.
Basically, I think they're like subtle. If you really read into it, there are like subtle differences in them.
This is a meme review, by the way.
It's a meme review
of memes itself. Don't copy.
Don't copyright us, please, PewDiePie.
Please, PewDiePie, some of us.
These PewDiePie do copy us, because then we can make a controversy over it.
There you
even
go.
more money.
And then we can copyright strike him. It's all coming together.
It's all coming back to you.
It's all coming back to you. But anyways, memes.
But yeah, so like you have a bunch of them that are each in like specific categories.
Mm-hmm.
But like after a while, people will like stop. Like after like say the first week a meme is invented, or usually they only at max they'll last a week. So it'll like come for a week and then it'll die. Some of them last way longer or way shorter than that. But at max it's a week. They'll last for a week and then they'll die.
Got your memes are pet memes.
And then like give it like 3 fucking years
and
then
it'll come back.
Yeah.
What's a good example of that? It's one on tip of my tongue, but I just can't remember it. Life of me. Oh, Doge. There you go. Doge. Like Doge is making the rounds right now. There was some like wholesome.
That boy made a comeback like a little while ago.
Wait, did it?
Yeah, it wasn't very long, but
I didn't even notice it. Not even normie Instagram talked about it.
You don't get the dink that boy meme.
That boy. Who them is? Who that boy? But
Such a fag. This guy stay hydrated, dude.
I gotta stay hydrated, man. I have 2 jugs of water. Texas spring water. Sponsored. But
Texas spring water. Now we know we live in Texas.
No.
Oh no.
Listen, we'll cut it out. Whatever we say, redacted.
Whenever we say Texas, we won't. You guys won't hear the word Texas.
Exactly. It'll be redacted. I'll record a line of me saying redacted. Whenever we say redacted, that's all you're gonna hear.
Yeah.
Anyways, memes. There's such a there's such an interesting facet of our lives now.
Interesting leaky faucet.
Interesting. Mimi Faucet.
Yeah, no, they come up, they exist for like 2 days, and then they disappear. And you start using them, and people call you a faggot.
Yeah. Like, you can't show someone well, I mean, you can show someone a meme. There'll be a 50-50 chance of them understanding it or not.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I feel like I've hardwired my brain to the way memes work now. So like before, like say you missed like a week of memes, and you jumped right back in, and you're like, dude, I have no clue what the fuck is going on. But for me, now if I like miss a week and I jump back in, it'll take me like 30 seconds, and I'll be like, alright, I understand what's going on. I understand what's happening here. The fucking Notre Dame fucking fire. Oh, yeah. I didn't even know that fire happened, right?
You didn't know about it at all?
No, I didn't know about it at all.
I thought I told you about it.
I don't recall, no. But I was like on the subreddit, right? And I see all these memes, and I'm like, huh, wonder what happened. I see a couple more memes, I was like,
Interesting. Oh, so Notre Dame burnt down.
I guess it burned down. I still don't know how the fire started. I don't know how they put it out.
I think it was under construction. Some whack job just like put it on fire.
But yeah, like I completely.
What's your opinion about the Notre Dame being on fire? I say let it burn. No.
Let it burn.
Let it burn.
No, I guess it sucks.
It sucks.
It is kind of sad that a historical monument is gone now.
But it's not like it's completely gone. It's still like a base.
All the architecture is gone. The base is there, yeah, but that's like
that like 500 years of history right there.
Plus, the entire time Notre Dame was around, it was like slowly like part kept being added onto it.
Oh, yeah.
Like more and more, it just got more and more complex. So
I think it was
it's kind of gonna be kind of a bitch to rebuild it. I don't see it being done anytime soon.
But
maybe they did just get a fuckload of money to rebuild it.
Thank you, billionaires who do nothing with your money.
So maybe they'll figure it out. I don't know.
And I saw somewhere, I think Ubisoft said how Assassin's Creed Unity is going to be free from the 17th to the 25th since the Notre Dame's in the game.
Good on them, I guess. I guess it's a good.
Even though Unity sucks.
I guess it's
I thought that's the worst one, isn't it?
Unity is a game engine.
No, Assassin's Creed Unity.
Oh, Assassin's Creed Unity.
Yeah.
What it's called?
Yeah, Assassin's Creed Unity.
Alright, dumbass.
That's what I got from Xbox One.
Okay.
That's what came with it, sadly.
I know what game you're talking about, I just didn't know whether or not it was called Unity. Anyways.
They used the Unity for the Assassin's Creed Unity.
When it came out, it was a garbage game.
Oh god,
it was
yeah.
Bad.
There were glitches galore, man. Dear god.
But now it's pretty good. It's pretty stable, and yeah, the graphics are probably the best graphics of like any Assassin's Creed game.
Really?
Maybe Syndicate's better.
I haven't played it.
Like I'm sure you've seen Origins and Odyssey. They don't look that good.
They don't look great.
They don't look that good.
They look pretty generic, honestly. Especially Odyssey.
They're ambitious, I guess, and some people like them, but they aren't.
I think they have a lesbian relationship in Odyssey.
They're not traditional Assassin's Creed. They're not games I would play. So I'd say if you want traditional Assassin's Creed,
play the first one.
No, the first game is not good.
Really?
No, it's
not
bad.
even play it to start it off. Really?
I would just fucking I'd start with Brotherhood, or not Brotherhood. Assassin's Creed.
Okay.
Assassin's Creed 2, then Brotherhood, then there's another game after Brotherhood, but I can't remember it. Assassin's Creed 3.
No, I still say give Assassin's Creed 1 a shot. Play the first mission and then say I played Assassin's Creed 1.
It's not a good game, dude. It's a long fucking game, and you have to you move slow as fuck, and all the parkour is like really janky and stuff.
When was that game released? Like 2001.
Sounds about right. But Ubisoft has they have a like point of like sticking with their game, right? Like they'll release a game and they'll release like content for it. Maybe not content, maybe like patch update. They'll like patch their game post launch. So like virtually every Ubisoft game, I hate that sound.
Yes.
I hate that fucking sound.
I'm scruffing the top of my water jug on my my stubble beard.
Damn, it's fucking disgusting. Stop it. You're fucking faggot.
Alright. Continue.
But I forgot what I was talking. Oh yeah, so like every Ubisoft game launches like really badly, but throughout the years they'll get better because they always get patched.
Yeah, but that still kind of sucks that you have
it
to
sucks, but at least at the very least, you know it won't be abandoned.
Yeah, they have my respect in that regard.
Yeah, it's better to release. Well, first off, you're paying full game price for it. It should be a full game without any fucking bugs.
Should be.
First off, you shouldn't release a game with bugs. Period.
But here we are, 2019, 2018. We've had like glitchy games galore.
People are fucking.
But
what you should do is you shouldn't pull like a Mass Effect Andromeda and completely fucking drop the game and leave. Like, oh, sorry.
Sorry, man. They did not patch it up at all.
I think they released one patch and they're like, we're done.
I mean, to be fair, if I was Mass Effect Andromeda, I would abandon it as well. Like an aborted kid.
But like, you have like No Man's Sky, where like it's become an actual game.
It only took them a year.
Again, I'm not saying it's the optimal way that it should launch, but it's better than just completely abandoning.
Like you get a lot of respect.
You redeem yourself way more because you get so much fucking shit for it, and then you like, all right, well, still with the game.
Yeah, they have my respect there too because everybody shown No Man's Sky when it came out. That was the #1 thing at the time.
Still not a great game. I still wouldn't buy it and play it. But it's a game now at least.
Yeah.
I think it's only worth.
You could say it's a game now.
It's only worth like $40, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's fucking crazy. Think about it. Master Chief Collection cost $30, and there's like 4 different games on that.
Master Chief Collection was fucking garbage when it released.
It was, dear God, no one could find it in match at all. But now it's better, way better now. then No Man's Sky, it's $40, but it's like barely a game. It's crazy.
I guess, but
to be fair, Master Chief Collection.
It's been out for like 5 years, dude.
Yeah, and also Master Chief Collection is a culmination of a lot of different games. So, kind of like so, the fact that you can play 5 different games on like one disc is pretty crazy.
Lots of games. The fucking Rare Replay has like 300 games. Costs $30. Granted, most of the games are like arcade.
Yeah.
Stuff. But it's a fucking game.
That's true. Back to the Notre Dame. A lot of people are getting pissed about people making jokes about Notre Dame.
How many people were getting actually pissed?
Yeah, like saying.
This is what happens, dude. Like, if people were allowed to, I guarantee you people would have memed the New Zealand shooting. Guaranteed.
Ah, Jesus, I forgot about that.
The only problem with it is that people weren't allowed to. All that shit was banned by the New Zealand government. So, so you couldn't meme on it.
But
I guarantee you it would have been, though.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it would have been right.
I think it,
that would
I'm pretty sure. No, it was.
That would have been fucked up, but
people still did joke about it, but you did not see it.
No, people absolutely joked about it. And they still posted it, but it was removed really quickly.
The thing is, in the Notre Dame, nobody died, as far as I know. It's just the building burnt down. It sucks that it did burn down, but nobody's lives are lost.
Plus, they got all their major shit out.
Yeah.
Like before.
And plus, apparently, Assassin's Creed.
The only thing that they really lost was the
dignity.
architecture.
The morale. But no, apparently, Assassin's Creed Unity, they rebuilt the Notre Dame so well that they're gonna use that, the blueprints to.
I saw that. That's not true.
Is it not true?
No, they have their own fucking models of it. Okay. They're not gonna use.
That's good.
They're not gonna use Assassin's Creed shitty like 2D. Shitty model is all pixelated and shit.
All glitching out.
No,
why is this pillar over here? Why is it clipping into this wall?
No, they're gonna use actual models that they have.
Good. That's pretty stupid if they use the video games model. Because I imagine video games don't model it to a T. They only give you like a figment of what it looks like. It's all smoke and mirrors. That's what video games are. So
I don't know. I feel that it's just gonna happen. Notre Dame burned down now. Whatever.
Yeah. Okay. I understand like it's very important to history, but
it sucks.
It does suck, but I imagine it's gonna happen eventually. Do you think anyone would complain if say the Tower of America burnt down? Think anyone would care? What about the Statue of Liberty? What if that burnt down? And like it was like
it'd be real hard to set that alight, eh?
It would be pretty hard. What if it just like broke down? Someone
broke down maybe, but
if it just like fell one day?
Like
how upset do you think people would be?
I think people would be pretty. I don't know. Maybe it's because I think a majority of memes are born in America.
Really?
I'd say most of them.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not saying that Europeans and the like don't make
because
they obviously
they're not going to be able to.
They obviously do, but I think the majority of memes do come from America. So it probably won't be memed on as hard, but I guarantee you.
Oh my god, guys, this is like 9/11.
Dude, everybody's way more nihilistic now. So.
That's true, yeah. It's crazy how nihilistic and like kind of cold-hearted people are nowadays, aren't they?
I guess. It's just the norm, so.
It's like with school shootings. You can hear about it and then you're like, another one.
Another one, eh?
Another one.
Your first
Here
time.
we go again.
Here we go.
But it's kind of depressing if you think about it, that people have become so jaded to this kind of stuff.
Depressing, but like, what do you expect?
I don't really expect much.
Like, you have like the media like hardcore blasting like school shooting happens, and that's all they cover for like 2-3 weeks, right? So if you listen to the news regularly, that's all you fucking hear about. And you have a couple of these a year. You have fucking like nonstop, probably like 20 weeks nonstop with school shootings. People covering it, trying to find motives, trying to
covering
figure out their
victims
lives
and stuff.
Covering the victims.
I recently heard of like 2 victims of some certain shooting. I think it was a church. I forget the name of the school. I apologize.
Did you say Winston Churchill?
Winston Churchill. I'm sorry. No.
No, are you talking about that church?
Church shooting. Not the recent one, but like it happened a while back. 2 survivors of that place commit suicide.
They oftentimes do. A lot of kids from school shootings do. I'm not sure about a lot, but
I'm sure like
you
a few of them have like survivor's guilt. So
they all have survivor's guilt.
Well,
but
yeah. But I mean, the ones that affect them pretty hard do like take it to heart.
Yeah, that's usually what happens, and it's fucked up to have to deal with that as a kid. So
yeah, true.
It's a fuck situation, but the whole media blasting, it doesn't help anything.
It doesn't.
It
just kind of popularizes it.
Let's see. I guess you could say that it raises awareness. The second you raise awareness to more school.
You get and then school shooters get more attention. Therefore a lot of other
their face gets posted.
Potential ones
gets posted.
Yeah,
get a high kill count. You go on Wikipedia. Be known forever. Like a Jeffrey Dahmer.
Exactly. Jeffrey Dahmer was a school shooter? I thought he was a serial killer.
Yeah, he was a serial killer.
Become the next Jeffrey Dahmer.
It's like Jeffrey Dahmer, he'll be known forever because on Wikipedia, he has a pretty high kill count.
Yeah, but he won't.
Not the highest, obviously.
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty. Hitler, highest kill count.
Let's see, after a while of kills, you just gotta be like, I don't know, I just killed a lot of people. Like, I don't know what I really killed. I lost count after like 50. Right?
Yeah. It doesn't matter at that point. You keep going.
Most of them are like and you can only get away with killing so many people before he gets shit.
You'll get sloppy eventually.
I have to just fuck up once. But still, so this whole media blasting thing doesn't fucking help anyone. It just causes more of them. Then you have like a really hardcore attack on like guns and everything.
Yeah, the gun control and shit. Here we go.
Let's talk about gun control. But let's not talk about it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say whether or not it's right to ban guns. No, I feel very strongly about one of the ways. But you don't want these children to be able to get guns.
Yeah.
And a vast majority of them get them from.
What you're saying is ban all guns.
The vast majority of them get them from their parents.
Mm-hmm.
You can attribute that to sometimes their parents are
military or something.
Yeah. Sometimes school shooter gets their own gun legally. They didn't like scan for mental like well enough. They don't force you to like buy a safe. They don't really. It's not like they do like a checkup every year to make sure guns are being maintained properly. Yeah. Put in a safe and everything. It's not like your car where you have to go get it inspected every year, get it registered. Kind of like a one and done kind of thing.
Yeah. It's like you got a gun, it's great. Alright, see you later.
And you can kind of do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
So there are regulations that could be passed, or you could do a blanket gun ban. But then you have like the UK blanket gun ban. Instead of guns, everybody just use knives. They all just fucking stab each other, and there's shitloads of stabbings.
Didn't something like that happen in Japan or something, or China?
I don't know. Could have. You know for a fact, Chinese people.
Oh, China.
Japanese people either, but that's usually what happens, right? It's like the Streisand effect. You go to like suppress something. The act of suppressing it, you just make it popular.
Yeah.
Like, it kind of works that way with like guns and shit. You suppress it, there are already fuckloads of guns in this country.
It's just like with...
There are more guns than people. So, you do a blanket gun ban, right? You ban everything. There's still gonna be fucking guns everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It won't be that hard to buy a gun.
Yeah, or even get your hands on a gun.
It won't be that hard. I don't know. There are certain things that, like, obviously they could do. Like, there's a, I forget what it's called, like a gun show, like, loop.
The gun show.
Where you can get away with like selling
out the boys.
Or you can get away with like selling a gun without like doing background tests and shit like that. Which is a loophole that needs to be fixed, obviously. Stupid shit like that. That obviously can help, but I don't know. It's just there are ups and downs to both sides, and when you argue about something like that, people obviously feel really like religiously about it.
Very unhealthily religious about it.
They either think that you're like a kid killer if you want to you don't want to ban guns, and if you do want to ban guns, the other side thinks that you want to take away their rights. So it gets really ferocious, and then obviously the ban gun sides has a bigger argument because they're like, well, you don't care about dead kids, right? And then once you say that, it's like you can't really go much further than that. Right, so
this whole echo chamber is just so annoying.
So then it gets turned to one side, and
the problem with
these fucked. But so you stopped focusing on the kids. You
focus on the guns.
You focus
and
on
the rights of the guns
instead.
and stuff.
Guess it's a good idea. I don't know.
The problem with these like kind of
they really
arguments is that like they keep like echoing back at each other like playground fights when they don't really focus on the problems at all. There's only like a select few that really do like talk about them and like try to do some changes, but then like it's all like covered up by all these arguments online or like these debates and stuff, and it's just really annoying. Really kind of sad actually. Pretty pathetic that we'd all argue about like
need to step up.
Yeah, I think we as a community, as people, need to
Homo
step
sapiens.
up. As Homo sapiens.
What is
as
it?
apes. As evolved apes.
Homo
need to step
erectus. But yeah, I don't know.
No homo, just bromo.
Just bromo.
But yeah, I just think stop the arguing. That's all I was saying. Kind of hard because we as human beings are very prone to violence still.
Yeah.
And also just not thinking straight either. We're all very prone to just like acting irrationally.
I wonder. Okay, so let's. I don't think that this is. Let's say that,
but he does.
But I want to think about it. You know?
Okay.
And it'd be interesting to bounce it off you. When I bounce it off you, I can find flaws in it.
Okay.
So let's figure it out.
All right.
I wonder if it would be better if you didn't have like block lists, right?
Block lists, like online or something.
Yeah, like like a hardcore feminist or whatever. You become a hardcore feminist.
Like on Twitter, and people will like say, "All right, my block list is so weird, guys. You all should use it more often."
Or just straight up not being able to block people.
Because that avoids confrontation.
Yeah.
I understand what you mean.
But obviously, you have people that you hate or whatever.
I try to avoid using my block list at all costs because
I think it's a bad idea. I don't think you should block anybody.
Yeah, unless they're like abusive and they just keep going after you.
I guess
if you really just want them out of your life, then and if it's unhealthy for you to see them,
at that point you could report them though.
You could, but like say like I don't know, you have some bad history of them and you just see them circling around and like, your little social time.
There are uses for it, right? But say you're trying to decrease
like more like
volatility, right?
Mm-hmm.
So people don't like hardcore attack each other.
Yeah.
If you take away bans, like period, and you made it to where everybody has to deal with what they see, you still take people off who fucking faggots and who like harass people, who call for death threats. You still take those people off, obviously.
Yeah.
But all you take away is like the ban list.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that would change, or like if it would make it less volatile because you're forced to see. I think it would. I don't know,
because with Twitter, like I see all these dumb arguments from all these different people, and that I feel like I should just block half these people, that because half the arguments they make are pretty annoying, and some of the shit they show is disgusting. But like I don't really feel like I should, because knowing that this stuff is out there like prepares me for when I go on Twitter. It's just like, gosh, here we go, you know?
Yeah, no, I feel you. But like, say
I feel like some people, like, if you really need it, maybe like I feel like.
But would not blocking people, would that facilitate a richer argument? Because you'll have to hear from all sides, right?
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, the best way to solidify your argument
mm-hmm.
is to debate people.
Yeah.
Because you find flaws in your argument, and with those flaws, you'll patch them over, or you'll decide that your argument is stupid, and you'll change your argument. Stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So the best way to formulate your plan of attack is
understand their arguments
to
and
basically
them.
put it through like a trial of fire, right? So unless you're really smart and you've been doing it for like 60 years and you know
debates like
unless you know what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Then you want to test it in debates.
Mm-hmm.
And so some of the shit you say will be stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have nobody to debate with,
it's like a void.
You can't make a richer
It's like
argument.
a block. It's like a mental block that you start creating, kind of.
Mm-hmm. So I wonder.
It's like a little a safe space, if you will.
I wonder if it'd be better to do that.
I don't know. Like, it's kind of hard to say because there are situations where a block is kind of necessary for some people. But I feel like a block is too easily, like with all things, it's too easily abused. So like, we're like, I don't want to hear this person, so block. I don't want to know this person exists, so block. Mute them. Anyone they follow, block, 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 block.
Block, 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 block.
Block, 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 block. And it's just like, I think it's just more of a people problem. It always comes down to people.
This comes down to the peeps.
The peeps always abusing this kind of shit.
Peeps of the world.
I wonder what it would be like if Twitter just like turned off their block system and you're able to see, like, where everyone you blocked is just like appeared back in. It's like an enemy you defeated.
I don't know,
and then
man.
like they resurrected. It's like Sekiro. It'd be interesting.
Obviously, some people just say stupid shit and like that. They're not adding anything to the argument. They're just existing.
Yeah.
But that's real life, dude. People just exist.
Yeah. Online, it's easier to block, but once
There are people who
are
are 30 fucking years old and just live with their parents. It's like you're just existing at that point. You're not fucking doing it.
Yeah. You're not contributing to society at one day.
You're just basically existing. Yeah, you might have a part-time job or whatever, but you're not doing anything.
Like some of those like Twitch stream, like not Twitch stream, some of these like, this is one guy who like speed runs. Lives with his mom. Is kind of depressing.
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like if you're creating, like, maybe you're.
But he was also out as like cheating when speed running, so he's had that on his reputation forever.
Oh, what a guy! But anyways, no, I don't know. I guess like everything, it depends. But
like everything, always depends.
Like everything, you have to have context to really say one way or the other. However, those people exist, right? There are people who just take up space. All they are is just one fucking car in traffic. If that person didn't exist, your life would get better, right? Because you wouldn't have to sit through the traffic.
Yeah,
right?
They could probably contribute to society, but they don't. Therefore, they be removed.
Just be Thanos snapped.
Yeah.
But so those people exist, and if you're just blocking people online and you go out into the real world and you meet one of them,
it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for them to like kind of
just look at them, hold out your hand, and say block.
Block. I want to see someone just do that. You know what, sir? I've had enough. Block.
Block.
Like, what are you doing?
Hey,
block.
Can't hear you.
I can't hear you. Block.
Sorry, you're blocked.
Stop doing that. Stop it. And you put your plugs in and they walk away. Stop it. Listen to me.
But
what is this person doing?
But yeah, so I don't know.
It's quite interesting. I think you should use your blocks wisely. You know, use it in moderation, and not use it to just block everything.
By the way, we have a Twitter account.
Oh
now.
yeah, Twitter plug.
Twitter plug. Gotta do it lightly.
Twitter plug.
Twitter plug.
Twitter plug.
We have a Twitter, so you can follow our Twitter at the Aimless Podcast.
The Aimless Podcast.
The Twitter handle is Podcast Aimless because the Aimless Podcast is taken.
Really?
Yeah.
Who is it? The one
it is the other one. Yeah.
One of these days, when you talk about all Aimless podcasts, it's just like they have an all-out war with them to see who claims the name of Aimless Podcast. We all need to do like a battle royale type of situation.
Yeah, no, we have a Twitter. I don't know. With this channel, I kind of want to do like, I don't know, like sketches
Twitch
or
streams.
something. Twitch streams. I'd be down to do Twitch streams, but our internet blows.
Yeah. Hopefully, once we move out, we can get
some better internet. Hopefully.
I think so. I hope. I'll do everything in my power to get it. You're gonna help me.
All right, sounds good.
If you want Twitter,
I'll call like all the different companies and be like, yo, what's your upload speed?
Yeah.
And be like, no. I know what you're saying your upload speed is, but what's your fucking upload speed?
We're gonna make this happen, guys.
We'll
Twitch live stream podcast. There you go.
We'll live stream soon.
We're not soon.
Or not soon. We don't know. It might happen.
We'll figure it out.
But like, so if you, I don't know what the right way to say this would be. Anyways, we want to obviously
expand.
do Twitter. We want to
expand our brand.
I uploaded the pilot episode to SoundCloud.
Oh, did you?
That was a whole fucking thing.
How long was that? Or how long did it take to upload?
It took fucking ever. So I didn't upload anything but the first episode. That was it. I need to start doing it. But anyways, so there's the first episode on SoundCloud if you want to listen to it.
Episode 0.
Episode 0, the pilot.
Had any views?
I don't think so. I don't know. I didn't check.
Because like I don't really use SoundCloud for podcasts or anything like that.
That's the only thing I can think of. Because like,
what about Spotify?
I think you have to pay for that though.
Oh, how much?
Same thing with like iTunes and everything. You have to pay for that. Yeah, I'm not about to pay a monthly fee for something nobody watches.
Patreon, guys. We're gonna make a Patreon soon.
We're not making a Patreon.
Okay.
We'll make a Patreon when we get like 1,000 subscribers or something. When we can actually get patrons.
Yeah.
Until then, I think we're good. But
no, we don't need their charity. We'll be fine. No Patreon ever.
But we want to obviously do that. Maybe do like sketches.
Yeah.
Maybe if you start doing actual fucking animation and you start creating animations.
I'd be down to do some 2D animations.
You could put it on. You could put it on the channel.
We can get people who do 2D animation. We can post it on there. Like on Sardonicast, they have like some guy who did an animation for them. Put it on their podcast on their channel.
So obviously, you know, we want to make it not just podcasts, otherwise it'll get kind of stale. You don't want to be that guy that has 400 podcasts
and
2 views per podcast.
Like 2 views.
Because you need something to pull in the viewers, right?
We do Let's Plays.
Do Let's Plays.
We
could do Let's Plays, but then we'd have to do it on another channel because I don't want to upload Let's Plays and podcasts.
We can just turn this channel into the Aimless channel.
Aimless channel. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
You want to pull in viewers somehow, so you have to. You got to diversify yourself because nobody just wants to jump into an hour-long fucking podcast.
Want some little bite-sized content, you know, something to chew at, like a little snack, and then when they want the full meal, they can come to the podcast.
They come to the podcast.
They get the full course meal. Speaking of meals, game journalism.
What a segue, dude. Speaking of meals.
So recently, Kotaku put out an article saying how
what did Kotaku say?
How the Persona 5 DLC for Smash Bros. has there's a new map based in the theme of Persona 5.
Okay.
And one of the songs has like a lyric that goes "retort it."
Retort it.
I think that's how it goes.
Retort it.
Retort it.
Okay.
And someone just thought that this lyric said retarded, and so this article was titled basically Persona 5's DLC has a lyric retarded in it. It has a slur in it.
Yikes.
And then
yikes. That's Kotaku?
That's Kotaku, yeah. You can look it up right now.
I guess Kotaku is game news.
Yeah. Well, who listens to game news? Who listens to game journalism in general?
I don't know. I feel after the
Try
whole...
to find one person that like actually legitimately goes to game journalism.
I feel after the whole Cuphead fiasco.
Yeah, I think isn't that where it started? Like the whole.
I think it's been a long time coming. But I think the Cuphead thing really set it up.
Put things into gear.
I don't know. Fucking Kotaku.
Yeah, and then next day, they said we made a mistake.
They apologized for it?
Yeah, they apologized for it.
I guess good on them, right?
But that article's still up.
Obviously, you don't want to take it.
No, the other article.
I know, you don't want to take it.
Why? That's so.
Why the fuck would you take that down?
Because it's like a stain on your website.
Okay, I understand why you would do it. Why you would do it, like if you were like the CEO. Why would you do that if you're trying to be morally right? I think at most what you should do is edit it, and at the very top, hey, we fucked up here, but here's the article. We're not deleting it. We don't want to try to wipe our history.
I guess that's true.
I think that's what you should do. I don't think deleting things is smart.
Yeah, and plus, even if you did delete it, there's already plenty of people who have downloaded it for the meme.
Knows about it.
Yeah, even they've apologized to Nintendo and stuff. It's just so weird when you try creating an article like with this idea in mind. Did no one think to like do a simple lyric search of that song? At all?
You'd think, but most of the times the way that these articles work is one person
like the
does
person
something.
who made
It's really only the person to blame at fault, and then the people who like revise the article, who like preview it before it's uploaded. Only those people. It's not like a group like all of Kotaku came together. And I was
make
like
this one article.
It was like they said retarded in the song.
We gotta put this out there. We gotta show them the real face.
At most, it was one person, and then maybe a couple more people who were like, "Yeah, you're probably right," and then they uploaded it.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Or maybe their peer review system isn't great, so they just upload everything. I don't know how it works, but
like the person who made the article
is the main one to blame.
Yeah, they put out like
Kotaku's obviously to blame because they didn't fucking review it at all. They probably also didn't expect this kind of backlash.
Like a lot of people gave them shit for it, as they should. I feel.
Yeah. And just start claiming shit without any.
Going after Nintendo like that, how dare you? Then like the person who made the articles made like a tweet saying how like I think I'm just gonna walk off the internet for today. Like, I had enough. You know, the usual like I've had too much hate, guys. I gotta get out of here. Little pussy move, you know? I get it, you know? If you get a lot of hate like that, it's understandable, but you did fuck up, so you gotta don't take it like a little bitch, you know?
Yes. If you're getting hate and you're getting like 1,000 messages every like hour, I think I'd be like, alright, I need to step back for a little bit. Yeah. There's only so much you could take.
Yeah. I've just like get off. I've just log out of Twitter or something.
Yeah, I don't know if you have to tweet about it, but
yeah, I probably don't tweet about it. Maybe just like get away from it for a while. Maybe for like a week.
Listen, everybody fucks up. That was kind of a stupid fuck up, and it was probably, you know.
That's gonna be known for a while. Maybe like a few years.
But everybody fucks up, right? You apologize for it.
Yeah.
Whether or not it was due to internet pressure, or whether or not they actually feel like they
probably internet pressure. Let's be honest here.
But they apologized for it and hope that they don't make another mistake in the future. Let's hope it's a good learning lesson.
Hopefully.
Don't.
We can only hope.
You don't want to hardcore hold mistakes to people because then they get depressed.
Yeah, and they'll never change. People are able to change. Okay, let's just make that clear.
So they are.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if people weren't able to change, then it would be a real hellhole we're living in now. Eh?
Oh yeah.
I guess that's kind of what you do live in, right? Because people. The problem is that people think that they don't change, but they do.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of people, and a lot of times they think they are changing, but they're not.
Yeah.
They're still the same person. They're the more self-aware ones. They're like, maybe that's a change, but they don't.
See, like. The people who are like really hardcore in rights and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or even like I don't know, some male activists, fucking like white supremacists, shit like that. People of all walks of life, right? Why? Put that back down.
Put it over here.
Faggot, why'd you move that, huh?
I'm hungry.
Faggot, I swear to God, Jeremy, I'm gonna fucking choke you out, dude.
Okay, I won't get a single chip. Anyways, so people from all people from all walks of life, right? Uh-huh.
They I don't think they tend to, but some of them will think. They might tend to. Might think that what they're currently thinking is correct. I definitely feel that way. I'm sure you probably feel that. You obviously don't say everything and think that you're not correct in it. Otherwise, you'd have real low self-esteem. You would think that it's obviously healthy to say what I'm saying right now is probably incorrect, and it might there might be better evidence to support it in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But what you say currently, you want to say with some sort of authority. That way you can. So that
have your
opinion
opinion be out there.
Yeah. So that way you feel like you've done something.
Yeah.
But it turns into like a sort of really like fanaticism kind of thing where you instead you don't.
You said you're right all the time. You're the only one that's right.
You're always right, and the people who are against you are always wrong, and they're like, I don't know, because obviously they think that they can change people, right?
Yeah, they think that we're told a lot of value to the point where they'll be able to sway the minds of the mindless.
Mindless. All the sheep.
All the sheeple. Wake up, sheeple.
Wake up, sheeple. But like they obviously think that they can change people, but they themselves won't change.
It's a bit, it's a bit hypocritical.
I don't know how that works, because like in a decade, you'll look back to how you are now and you'll be like, dude, I can't believe I believed any of this shit.
Yeah,
you might either become more conservative or you'll become more democratic. Is that the right word when you go left? More left?
Let's not use those terms. Probably a bad example.
I'm not using it in like a more liberal. No, more liberal or more conservative. I'm not using it as like the parties. I'm talking about like just
mentioning the words is just like. But
I understand where you're coming from, but you can't start censoring yourself for no reason.
No, I'm not censoring. I'm just like.
But you'll either become more conservative, more liberal, right?
Yeah.
And it just comes with age. You change as a fucking person, right?
Yeah, you become more. You get more wisdom as time goes on.
Yeah. And it's not always great. Sometimes you become a fucking faggot, right? And when you're like 40, you're like screaming at people for no reason. Yeah. It doesn't always work out, but
sometimes it does.
But I think believing that you are always right, it leads to a bad place.
And whenever you're proven wrong, it leads to like a very dark place, to the point where like you become like, no, they're the ones that are wrong. Yeah, I can't be wrong.
I feel like, especially if you have a lot of people saying you're wrong, like it turns into real hard.
Like I think it's kind of the same thing with what happened with Uzi. Maybe that's not the right example. No, Fuzi had a lot of problems, but like I think the idea of Fuzi having trying to say all this stuff, but then like people trying to say no, you're doing this very wrong.
He was pretty steadfast too.
Yeah,
I guess he's still.
He has a lot of mental issues that he needs to resolve.
Like it's kind of hard when shit like that happens to you. Like say you're just a dumbass.
Like I think maybe Zack Snyder is probably a good one like that.
But say you're a dumbass for whatever reason. Everybody's brought up different. Sometimes you don't have the wisdom. Sometimes you're just a dumbass.
Maybe you don't have common sense, you know.
If you're always a dumbass, that's your problem, right? If you're a dumbass for a little bit, then you become educated. Mm-hmm. Then obviously that's commendable, right? Mm-hmm. But if you're always a dumbass, it's your own fault.
Yeah, you don't educate yourself.
Being a dumbass in of itself, though, isn't something to like, I don't know,
like criticize or
no. You obviously want to criticize it because otherwise, how would they learn?
That's true, yeah.
Right. So I would say it's not something like, say you're a dumbass once, it's not something to hold against them for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
So say what the fuck I was gonna say. I just had like a fucking
a brain
blast.
Yeah.
I just had a Jimmy Neutron
brain blast.
So say you're a dumbass for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I just remember what I wanted. You want to criticize them, but say it was you that was the dumbass.
Yeah. And you don't want to believe that you were the dumbass, because then like it looks bad on you, you know?
You probably were the dumbass.
Yeah, but you were at the end of the day. And so then you realize that and you come to terms with it.
But say you have something like Fuzi, right? And you get a colossal is crazy video done on you.
Dude, I'd be over the moon. Imagine.
Listen, I'd be jacking off every day, but but he hit really hard.
Yeah.
And if you have something that's like really hard criticism, you won't. Most criticism, when it happens, like say you get in a fight with like your spouse or something, the way it's supposed to work is
the wife's always right, boys. Remember this.
That's how you become a cuck.
Your lady's always right. When she wants to get fucked by another dude, she's always right.
She's always right.
Always right. Never question a woman.
Learn what sarcasm is and don't hate us for it.
Please. I beg you.
Anyway.
Everything we say is sarcasm.
Most of it is sarcasm.
Most of it, yeah.
Unless it's me in a monotone voice, then you know it's not sarcasm. Even then, it might be sarcastic, so watch out.
So figure it out, chumps.
Anyways.
Sheeple.
You sheeple. But
anyways.
So when something like that hits really hard and it's really hard criticism, you don't take it as criticism, you take it as hate.
Yeah.
So...
because that's what a criticism has become. Not
some of it has.
No, I think the idea of criticism, when people think of criticism, it's just like, oh, they're hating me or they're criticizing me. There must be some awful stuff.
I think that's also a reason why, generally, I'd say we've become more nihilistic, because you're always online. There's non-stop hate online.
It's like a fester of rage and wrath.
It's just the way it works. When you give people anonymity, you they abuse it. So
oh yeah.
so
Boy, do they.
It's just what happens, right? So you have to kind of develop tough skin, and you become more nihilistic as it happens.
So.
Maybe nihilistic's the wrong word. I don't know. You become more real about it. You develop tough skin, right?
Yeah, become more jaded. I think it's probably the better word.
Maybe
for
jaded. Maybe. I don't know. Because you could obviously still show emotion. It's just you become jaded. I think that's a good word.
Yeah.
Right? So it's obviously. I don't know if you could say everybody should be like that, because then, but you're moving into a world where like everything's gonna be electronical. Like eventually, they'll start putting shit into our brain where we're always connected to the internet.
I'm kind of scared. I don't want that.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen, but I don't want it. I hope I'm dead before then.
Maybe. I'm looking forward to it.
I don't know. I don't like the idea of injecting a microchip into my brain and then be able to play virtual reality video games and shit. I'd rather just wear a headset and be able to do that.
I'm not saying it's coming soon.
Yeah, not coming soon. We'll probably be in our, like, maybe 80s by the time that comes out.
But I think soon, maybe not super soon, but like Elon Musk is working on a device that's like brain straight to the internet. Because now, say
Link start.
So say, like, people have made the argument that technically we are cyborgs right now because we have phones, right?
Well,
that is technically a part of your life. When do you go?
It is, yeah.
When do you go
like, it's not
anywhere without your phone? It's kind of become like clothes at this point. It's just a part of your life. And now you have access to the internet 24/7. You need something, you'll find it immediately.
That's how you're listening to this.
So you've like expanded your knowledge like completely. It's kind of a part of you.
The knowledge of the internet, the knowledge of the world is at my fingertips.
That's true.
Think about that.
So you're kind of like a cyborg already. It's just not in you. Really. There are people with bionic legs, like both legs.
Bionic cameras in their ring.
Not that one. But like they have like fake arms and shit. I mean, we're basically.
That's not sex though. Not like.
You trying to say that's not like you're not a cyborg at that point? Well, when you say you're a cyborg, people are printing organs. They've started printing, I think, livers and shit and putting them in people. That's a printed organ. That's artificially made. Just because it's not a robot organ. I can
see that's kind of cyborgish.
That is kind of cyborgish. Granted, it's more organic, I guess, than straight metal in your body, but
makes me cyborg-ish.
if you like overstrain your like shoulder or whatever, they can inject stem cells into you. You're trying to say stem cells aren't like kind of cyborgish? That's not natural.
It's not natural at all. It's kind of cool, but
you see, we're evolving in a certain way. So saying that so you kind of have developed tough skin because we're all living with this shit, right?
Yeah.
And I think some people obviously don't have tough skin, and.
We're pussies.
And I don't know whether or not
I wouldn't use that word because I'm a nice guy.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I don't know. I don't think it's bad if you develop tough skin. Do you think so?
No, I think it's good for people to be like, have some tough skin.
Maybe
it's harder, but I think it's very hard for people to like, kind of toughen up to criticism and stuff because that stuff can hurt. It can hit really hard, but you just gotta toughen up.
But like you obviously want some people to be like
confidence.
Really emotional, right? To like really show emotion. Say you have like I don't know, because maybe like a daycare person, like you're always taking care of kids, right? You want that person to not develop tough skin, otherwise they're gonna like shove kids off, right?
I think that's kind of a different.
Maybe you're right. I don't know, but maybe in some.
I think people. It's okay for people to be emotional, but I think they just need to understand.
Would you say tough skin period is a good thing?
I think it's okay for most people to develop that. I don't think it's a necessity. I feel people can live the way they want. So
maybe. Okay, so anyways, so now.
But I think tough skin it could benefit you a lot. It's a good way to put it. I think having more wisdom and understanding of things is more important than having tough skin.
So what we're saying is your hate doesn't get to us, trolls.
You can't ever get to us, baby. Although that one dislike. Hurt, but
you know what?
It's not gonna get to us.
It's not gonna hurt. Like I kind of slit my wrist a little bit, but like
I kind of cried myself to sleep last night, but didn't hurt. Didn't hurt at all.
So not everybody has tough skin, right? And when you have something like Colossal's Crazy's video, right?
Yeah.
That's really hard hitting. You don't take it as criticism, you take it as hate. When you take it as hate, you tend to block it out. And Then after Colossal's video, you get fuckloads of hate. Like, fuckloads of hate.
All the commentators.
It just slowly
All
wears...
the 2D commentators cross their arms. My worst fear.
It just slowly wears you down, you know? So...
Yeah. It whittles down, like, your sense of confidence, in a way. It does. But I think it's just more important for you.
Especially if, say you fall into, like, depression. Not an easy thing to get out of at all.
I think a lot of people can't. Like, it's almost impossible to get out of it. I think
not impossible.
that's why I say almost.
See, I think if you're suicidal, to get to the point where you're suicidal and say like you've already planned how you will kill yourself, like you're really suicidal. Like you're not joking around about it. Because you could say, "Oh, I'm gonna hang a noose from the ceiling fan
I'm
and
gonna
jump
kill myself right now."
But that's ultimately a joke, right? So
funny.
So
I didn't laugh. Well, I did, and that's funny.
He was really suicidal, and you just said it was a joke.
How dare you? That's not funny.
But I think most people, when they say that they're like, "Oh, dude, I'm just gonna run off the road and kill myself," it's mostly a joke. It's supposed to be a joke, right?
Yeah.
But some people, it's not a joke, and some
people take that seriously.
Some people, when they get really depressed and they've already planned how they will kill themselves, like,
I think they'll outright say they'll kill themselves.
I'll go to my garage. I'll wait till my dad leaves the house. I'll steal his key out of his wallet to his gun case. I'll go to the gun case. I'll open it. I'll lock all the doors.
Don't do this, by the way.
I'll lock all the doors, right? And I'll call the police beforehand so my parents don't see me first. If you've already planned all this out, it's extremely hard to get you back from that. It's kind of like a point of no return.
Yeah.
And it's fucked up to say that, but if you've gone that far.
But side note, if you are dealing with this kind of stuff, please talk to a suicide prevention center.
Obviously, get as much help as you want.
Yes.
But the best way to save somebody in that situation, you can give them as much compassion as you want. And if, say, they do kill themselves, you're going to blame yourself. There's only so much you can do. I think for when somebody's at that place, the best thing to tell them, don't say your parents are going to feel bad when you die, or they're going to feel sad, you're just going to hurt them. Most of the time, that doesn't work.
Coming back to memes, there's memes where like people say like, thinking about killing myself, and then my
dog will be sad.
My mom will be sad. Those little memes.
But anyways, when you get to that point, I think the best solution is to tell them, hey, there's still options.
Yeah.
Suicide is the ultimate option, the most extreme option. Once you take that option, there.
Are you saying suicide's an option?
It kind of is.
I mean, you can do it, obviously, but it's not recommended. Results may vary.
Once it gets to that point, though, what you ultimately can tell them is, listen, there's some things that you can do that might make you feel better. I'm not saying it will.
But give it a try. You know?
Give it a try. At this point, what the fuck do you have to lose? Nothing. Talk to a suicide prevention. Tell this to your family. The second you tell your family, it's a big weight off your chest because you're not suffering alone at that point.
Yeah, and you actually like have someone you can talk to now about this kind of stuff.
You don't want to burden them with it, but killing yourself is going to be a much bigger burden. Trust me.
Yeah.
Right? And then after you've told your family, maybe tell some friends first before your family. I don't know. Tell somebody you think you can trust.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Or like even I don't know, go online and tell
I think
about it, but
even then,
still has something better than nothing.
I think there are always more options, and that's hard to get through to somebody that is suicidal, because again, at that point, you've gone through so much shit. It's not easy to become suicidal. It doesn't just happen.
Yeah, you gotta really be pushed
a lot of
brink.
Shit has to happen.
Yeah,
unless it's like really spur of the moment, And those do happen, but most of the time it's because you've been slowly pushed to the edge. And you're right there, right?
Yeah.
So there are always options to get away from that, and you obviously want to take those options.
Yeah.
Because when you're, especially when you're suicidal, right?
Yeah.
When, like, say you make a mistake and somebody criticizes you for that mistake when you're suicidal.
Oh
God. Even if it's something slight, like say you forgot to get gas and it runs out of gas.
You tell me, why didn't you get gas?
Yeah. And like your mom calls you and like, you fucking idiot, you always do this. Why didn't you fill up on gas, right?
Yeah.
So like usually if somebody does that to you, you're like, sorry, I fucked up, whatever, right? You have like a barrier, right? You'll go to. That barrier shields you from it like really hurting hard. You're just like, well, I forgot gas. It's not that big a deal, right? sorry, I'll come pick you up. I'll go get some gas. Sorry, right? Shit like that. You have barriers naturally that'll save you from immediately going to wanting to kill you.
Yeah.
But when you're really suicidal, all those barriers are like completely broken.
Hands
So
are loose.
somebody will say like, oh, you forgot to get gas, and immediately you're like, why the fuck am I alive? Everybody's just criticizing me, shit like that. It just like it completely bypasses all your fucking defenses.
Yeah.
Like there's no, oh, it's just gas. She's not really that mad. It's she fucking hates me. I want to die. Nobody loves me.
Why do I live right now?
And shit like that. It completely. You're not thinking rationally at that point.
Yeah.
So it's not easy in the slightest to bring somebody back from that. But I think the best thing, especially if they tell you, what you want to say in that regard is suicide should always be the last possible option, period.
Yeah.
Go to fucking, I don't know, it always gets better. And again, it's really hard to get that through to somebody that is suicidal. But as long as you try your best.
You just gotta try. It's not just gonna happen. You need to like put the effort in.
Yeah.
Never easy, but you just like give it a little push. And that's how you start, you know? One little step is enough for you to get back in there.
I wonder if like, say we become more artificial, right? I think, have we talked about this? I wonder if like we would just weed out emotion, period. Have we talked about that?
I don't think we have, no.
Like is depression a thing that you want to keep hold of?
I think it's like
because you have people that they become depressed, and when they come out of it, they're like really good people.
Yeah.
Right. So
I think stuff like that. It's like a yin and yang situation. You need the good. You need the bad to understand the good. You need to have the bad times to know when there's good times. You know? That's just how it should always be. How it always is. And how it's going to be. You know? It's never a should. It's just going to be a thing always. I think it sucks, but it's almost a necessity to kind of understand these kind of things. You know. I mean, it sucks if you're depressed. I honestly feel for you, but just. It's just a thing that happens to people, and you just gotta like, if you can get out of it, that's even better. You know, you come out a better person.
Remember how I said like I think happiness is the ultimate, like, is the ultimate to life. Like that's why you're living, is to live the most happy life you possibly can.
The almost unattainable happiness.
Well, to achieve the greatest happiness, you need to go through some dark places to get there. All right, you can't just be happy 24/7 because that's not how it works.
Almost psychotic.
If you're happy 24/7, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
And you're probably not as happy. You're probably not as happy as you could be. That's not max happiness. Max happiness comes after you get stranded on the side of the road and you have to walk 10 miles to get to a gas station or something.
500.
I will walk 500 miles and I will walk 500 more. We're talking serious, Jeremy. How dare you?
I'm sorry. Listen, we need to have little jokes in there, you know, kind of lighten up the mood.
This is a comedy podcast.
It's an educational podcast, you know.
Anyways, so like you have to have really, really low lows to have the highest of highs.
Yeah.
Like when you walk 10 miles to get some gas, you're like, thank fucking God, right?
Yeah.
You feel so happy. You feel euphoric.
Yeah.
You might feel mad, but you feel so happy.
That you've accomplished this goal.
Yeah, that you've done it. It works that way. Like people who work out really hard, right? You work out hard for like 2 hours. That's insane. If you can work out for 2 hours straight, you are insane. But like,
if you see the sweat drip from your body,
say you can work out for 2 hours straight, right?
Feel.
You put yourself through hell, but you feel so good after it, right? I think that's how it works. You have to give yourself challenges. You don't want to live a comfy life.
Yeah.
Because if you live a comfy life, you're not achieving max happiness. But it's a double-edged sword. It's like yin and yang, right? Yeah. You have to experience bad shit to experience the best of the best.
Yeah. Speaking of yin and yang, I think it's a perfect segue to talk about Mob Psycho 100. I've been waiting for this. Do you have anything else to say about that?
No. Mostly just, you know.
Yeah. If you're dealing with like these kind of issues, just know you can always have friends and family that you can go to. Just know you're never alone, okay? Just
Just talk to the Aimless podcast.
Exactly. Talk to us. If you ever want to just talk, send us questions. Go to the Aimless Podcast Twitter or go to the Aimless Podcast YouTube and just send us questions, whatever. We'll answer them. We don't care. Except for our email address. Except for our social security numbers and stuff, you know. Just
like, listen, like, I'll give you mine, but like, come on.
Just don't tell anybody else, okay?
Like, listen, like, make it confidential. Like, just, if you need my address, like, just tell me, man.
Conversations.
So see your way out.
So stupid. Anyways, Mob Psycho. Let's talk
Mob Psycho.
Because Mob Psycho is just great. Okay, so if anyone's listening to the podcast and hasn't seen Mob Psycho season 2 just ended 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I'd say roughly 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, so if you haven't watched it, go watch it. Great.
If you like anime.
Yeah.
Well, let's preface that with if you like anime. First off.
If you'll put the time and day to watch an anime, that's a good anime to watch. A really good anime. And good.
That's good. Mob Psycho, it has like a really unique art style. I think that's the most captivating thing about it.
Mm-hmm. Mob Psycho. Oh, I remember what I was saying. Mob Psycho was actually hitting some. We were hitting some of the points though, like that kind of relate to Mob Psycho. You know?
Were we?
Yeah. Happiness and like the self-improvement and stuff.
Oh, it's so strange. When you think about like Mob Psycho, Mob is like really like he's had
also spoilers.
I guess yeah, spoilers. I won't spoil it too hard.
When we'll go into like story details.
Mob is like really developed as a character,
right?
Like, it's so weird.
If you compare Mob from season 1 to season 2, he's so crazy improvement.
But it was like so gradual, like you couldn't really tell he was like changing.
Yeah,
and then like the like final episode of season 2 here, you're like, damn, dude, Mob's like a completely different person.
And he's just so great. He's such a kind person who's developed in such a wholehearted person.
Way, yeah. I don't know.
It's amazing how a character like him can evolve so much in just 2 seasons.
Because you would think like his gimmick is one of his emotions goes out of control
and becomes 100%,
and then he goes insane.
9.9, and
then he goes insane, and then he ends the baddie or.
Yeah, or ends the
you think that's basically the way every fight or whatever is gonna go.
Yeah,
Mob's gonna get the shit slapped out of him. He'll eventually reach 100% in whatever emotion, and we're here to look at pretty lights.
Yeah,
and see the way the different emotions work out and how it changes Mob and shit like that. You don't really expect this like undercurrent of like his normal character like actually changing.
Yeah,
because his philosophy, it doesn't change drastically, but
it doesn't. It's just he becomes more confident.
Yeah,
he becomes more of a broad person than he was before. Instead of like nimble and like less confident than he was to begin.
It changes. It's subtle.
It's very subtle, and that's what's so great about it.
That makes it nice.
Yeah, it's very nice and very rewarding whenever you watch the series in its entirety, and then like you see it. Wow, Mob's just evolved so much that you're just proud of him. You know.
The only thing I could say that like first initially like turned me off to the series is it seemed very
first 3 episodes
maybe I can't recall the first 3, but it seems very like slice of lifey.
Yeah,
I'm not super big into slice of life animes, and
yeah, I think they're kind of they're not a niche. I don't even know if they're a niche. They
might be the most popular genre actually. No, because action and fantasy would be the most.
Shonen's not a genre, but it's a demographic, but that's pretty popular too.
Shonen anime. But that tends to be fantasy, action, adventure. I'd say those are probably the most popular.
Yeah, but Slice of Life is also one of the top tier animes out there that like people will gravitate towards. Like, oh my god, this is so like.
It's just not my type of thing, right?
Yeah, so I get that. So acquired taste.
It initially turns me off whenever I see a Slice of Life thing, where there's not much continuity between episodes, but.
I think it helps with Mob's story, you know? You
realize that there is continuity and Mob is taking this shit with him. Yeah. Like, even when I think this was season 1, right?
Here, I memorized both seasons, so go.
Season 1 was where he had to exercise, like, a family, right?
That's season 2.
Okay, it was early in season 2.
Early season 2, yeah. Okay. I love him.
But, like, when he did that, he carries that shit with him. He doesn't immediately forget it.
Yeah.
It's something that he deals with as he goes along. Which, when you first watch it, you don't think that's happening. You don't understand that that's what's going on.
Yeah.
So I think it's easy to be turned off from it because of that.
Yeah, I think the type of show that Mob Psycho is, it's more of a character. I think is it more character? Or
I would say it's more. I'd say the main appeal would probably be the pretty light shows, but
yeah,
but I think
to get the normie audience.
But I think the undercurrent of like character development is what really fleshes it really well.
Yeah,
it's the same thing with like One Punch Man.
Yeah.
One Punch Man has a really simple concept, right? But there are things that Saitama has to grapple with. He wants to be known, he wants to be famous, but he doesn't want. He has steadfast ideals that he will hold on to even if he's being like hated, right?
Yeah,
Shit like that. Even if his name is being dragged through the mud, he's still gonna do the right thing in the end.
Yeah,
It's really hard to do, right?
Yeah.
So it always has this undercurrent that's really strong, and it really makes the story cohesive, and it takes it beyond just that like gag anime.
which is a great difference between Mob and Saitama. Saitama has like ground. He has more like his feet are in the ground when it comes to his ideals and to his like philosophy, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
And then
He's really steadfast.
steadfast, yeah. And then Mob is just complete opposite in the beginning, at least. Great, like they're similar in a lot of ways, but then it's so different.
I think the story
Mob.
story like archetype, I guess, is roughly pretty similar, but the stories themselves are drastically.
Yeah.
I don't know which one I'd say is better.
I don't know either. I like both. I like both Mob Psycho 100 and One Punch Man. They're both really great, but I don't know which one I like.
I think I would probably
the
say One Punch Man.
No, I kind of like Mob Psycho.
I think I would say one.
Yeah, One Punch Man has some great comedy, great action too,
Yeah.
and great writing as well. I mean, they're both written by the same guys.
Reminds
But
me of
I
that.
think I enjoy Mob Psycho much more because I like delving into characters more, just like lights.
Pretty light show.
I like those kind of character studies about, and like you get to understand the character and like you see them their whole character confronted and stuff.
The same thing kind of happens in Assassination Classroom, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever watched it?
No,
It's an okay. I wouldn't rank it as.
isn't it over?
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. It's pretty good. It's not terrible.
Yeah.
You get kind of bored near like the beginning of season 2. Happens, right?
Yeah.
But like the main character, I can't for the life of me. Blue hair.
He's a trap.
They're not. I guess they're all technically main characters, but the main character, he is kind of a trap. He has character
Like
development.
Mamba.
He has character development, but it's subtle up until a climax, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the very end of the first season. It's real subtle. And maybe not real subtle. You know that he's kind of special rather than all the other students. But you can tell he's still pretty normal, right?
Yeah.
But it's just kind of subtle, and then it spikes really hard. But if you look back at the previous, you could tell that it was building up to it.
Yeah.
You might not have noticed it.
All the little details.
Yeah, you might not have noticed it leading up. And you're like, damn, dude, I can't believe that just happened. But it was always going to get that way.
Yeah, and the same can be said for Mob Psycho. Like, it's all those little details that change. And, like, in season 2, specifically, whenever, like, you start seeing him, like, kind of become more confident and more, like, I don't want to do this. Or, like, he has more of an opinion. He's more opinionated now in season 2, but then he was in season 1 because he's more passive. And then, but now in season 2, he's just more like whenever he doesn't agree with something, he will say it. Like with the family, he guys didn't because didn't feel it was right. Because it's also amazing because he sees all these ghosts and spirits every day, and then he like lives in the human world. So like he lives in these two worlds, and like not a lot of people can understand that about Mob. I think Reagan understands that whenever he's trying to figure out what's going on with Mob.
See, I think Reagan also goes through art.
Reagan, oh my god, I love his character too.
It's a pretty nice character arc.
It is. It's so wholesome. Great. Like he he fucks up in like spoilers. This scene.
You just say he fucks up near the end.
Fucks up towards the middle. He's
towards the middle. Yeah, towards the middle.
He kind of fucks up with
because his charisma has always carried him, right?
Yeah.
And then his charisma, he takes it a little too far.
Yeah.
He's too charismatic. Charismatic.
Too charismatic.
Too charismatic.
Too charismatic.
Too charismatic. Too charismatic. And he kind of fucks up his situation. And because of that, it leads to stuff. And he develops as a character because of it.
Yeah. Like, towards the end of that episode, it was... Ooh. I think one of my favorite episodes is that episode, but also the episode with Mogami. Do you remember him? He was that psychic that wanted to become the most powerful evil spirit.
Oh, yeah.
Those episodes were fucking great. Like, it really challenged the mob whenever he went in to like kind of exercise Mogami. Jesus Christ, dude. Like, it's almost interesting. It kind of reminds you of an anti-hero way. He's not an anti-hero. Let's get that straight. He's fucking psychopath. He's a evil
man.
But
besides, talking about specific characters.
Yeah.
That are in season 2.
Yeah. Comedy's great too.
I don't know. Yeah.
What do you like
I
more?
prefer One Punch Man's comedy more than Mob Psycho.
Dude, I think
I've never been a huge fan of Mob Psychos. I just kind of like chuckle a little bit. And I'm like, alright.
Mob Psycho's.
I don't like die laughing like I do with fucking One Punch.
One Punch Man's great. I think I prefer One Punch Man's comedy more. Because Mob Psycho's comedy really comes from Reagan. Because like all of his like little attacks. Here one in season 2. It's kind of a little.
You love spoiling stuff, don't you?
Sorry, I just do.
You're just a spoil machine, dude. You're gonna watch Avengers Endgame. You're gonna tell everybody about it.
Yes, dude. They're already spoiling it on 4chan.
Yeah, I know.
It's great. It's gonna happen eventually.
There's the 4chan subreddit. The second you go to it, you subscribe, you get an email in your Reddit box that is every single spoiler for the movie. If you go to the description of the 4chan subreddit, it is nothing but spoilers. That's the mods doing that, those fucking faggots.
That's fucking great. Oh my god.
Every single post on the 4chan subreddit is a spoiler. So don't go to the subreddit. I'm trying to avoid spoilers.
I will try to. I'm not gonna go on Reddit or 4chan anymore. Anyways, there's one joke that I like. Whenever Mob was facing off one of the powerful dudes, Claw, then like he's blind and he's gotta like use his senses and shit, but he doesn't sense Reagan, so Reagan just walks up there and just meets. That was a good joke. I like that. No, I totally would recommend Mob.
It's good anime.
It's really great. Animation is pretty good too. I like Mob Psycho's animation style a lot because it's very simplistic, but they're able to do so much with it.
It's really unique.
Very unique, yeah. It's more unique than a lot of anime. Like, my god. The wackiness of Mob Psycho is so... It's
unique.
You don't see that a lot in other anime.
You're just faggot. You're pulling shit out of nowhere. It's a gag anime. Get over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that deep, alright? Listen. It's just a basic showing with some good action there. All there is just the action. The action is great, but the story is pretty mediocre. Shout out to Mob Psycho's overrated.
Yeah, go watch it. Why not?
It's great.
Tell them the Aimless podcast thing.
Yeah. Post in the comments.
Give them a time code for this part in the podcast.
Yeah. the Aimless podcast sent you.
Do you think we should start doing like timestamps in the comments? So if people want to like skip around the topics?
That's
a lot of work.
We're the Aimless podcast, okay? They'll find it themselves.
They'll find it themselves?
Maybe eventually, if we become more...
If we become more popular, then sure, I guess.
Yeah. Episode 10, once we have 11 subscribers.
Once we have 11 subscribers, there you go.
There you
11
go.
subscribers is our goal.
Once we've done that, we've achieved nirvana. Life.
Nobody ever reaches 11 subscribers, so we're good.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone only has like what, 5? We have 7. We have 8.
We have 8 right now.
We're like gods right now. We're like most number 1 YouTube podcast.
Number 1 YouTube podcast. I think that's right.
Yeah.
think that's
you go on the lists and shit.
It's like trending. It's always
trending.
Podcast.
Number 1 all-time podcast.
I don't understand why they do that. Like
it's on their YouTube
podcast.
Like
some other people should be like up there. Like I'm not trying to take all the glory or anything.
Yeah,
like
I'm just a humble podcaster, floating out podcast. You know?
Like I don't even try that hard, guys. Like I understand my comedy is like amazing, but like
I understand my philosophical like bouts are pretty insightful, but
I understand that like I'm always right. So like I understand why you would put me at the top, but like like I get why I
understand the thumbnails are pretty great too, you know?
I get it.
I get it though, you know? Just give some love to everybody else, you know? There's a lot of little name podcasters out there like Joe Rogan. He's really coming up there.
He's coming up. You know what? We'll give the shout out here. Joe Rogan, go subscribe to him.
Yeah. The H3 podcast. I only have 1 subscriber.
Yeah.
And you have the what was it called? The official podcast.
It's okay. You know. Listen, go subscribe to him. We're okay. Unsubscribe from us. Go subscribe to him.
Yes.
They need it more than we do. So.
True. Because we already have so many.
Like, listen, we have like a million subscribers, 100 billion subscribers. We're good.
We have 800 billion subscribers.
We have more subscribers than there are people on the earth. But
all I'm saying is,
just unsubscribe for us. Go subscribe to them. Like,
we're just doing what we can.
We're just being humble. Like listen.
Humble brags here. God, sarcasm is like 100%.
Like Joe Rogan only has like a 2-inch dick, so like he needs something in his life.
Something. Come on,
come on, guys.
Give the guy some love.
Don't you feel any sympathy for Joe Rogan?
Come on.
I love Joe Rogan.
Great, I haven't listened to him. I've only listened to his hunting podcast.
He has a lot of interesting podcasts. I don't find that Joe Rogan...
the Logan Paul podcast.
I don't find that Joe Rogan is like the best comedian. I guess it's for some people. It's not for me.
Comedy's subjective.
I don't find he's the best comedian, but he's pretty insightful into some things. He's not the smartest guy, obviously. But
yeah. How long have you been recording
for? For an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh my god.
Some of that's going to have to be cut out, though.
Like what?
Beginning. Like you eating chips for like a solid 3 minutes, you fucking faggot. We can end it now, though.
Alright. Now, let's end it off with, what were we gonna sing again?
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.